Hey, Mike with Mike's Bags, and today I am reviewing the Slang by NFQ Bags. Let's go ahead and dive in, break this bag down. This is a hybrid material with slow side. It's the same slow side material you find on the NFQ Mosh Pits that I reviewed a while back. You'll also find as a slow side of the Brotherhood Guardian, the Killshots Wolverine, the Buffalo Shadow. There's several other bags that use this. It's very similar in the way it feels and plays to the R carpet, probably in the same material family, just a slightly different ratio of the polyester polypropylene blend than what the R carpet has. So very similar to that. In fact, this is becoming my favorite hybrid material. That of all the hybrids that are out there, the more I throw this material, the more I really, really like it. Like the way it feels, like the way it plays. But it's a wonderful material. 5-speed on the slow side. It plays a little faster when it's brand new, but as you start to break it in, rough it up, it starts to fuzz up. It gets to about that 5-speed. The beauty of these hybrid materials is they play pretty consistent in all conditions, so as boards change, you still get that fairly consistent 5-speed. I really like that on that. So 5-speed on the slow side. Fast side, this is that game changer, surefire fast side. It's 8.5, 9-speed material. It's fast. It's great for pushing, collecting, cleaning up messes. Slides out of boarding conditions. We're about a 5, 8.5 speed on this bag. Template-wise, this is a medium template bag, but it is a fuller bag. It's got quite a bit of fill in here. It's a mixed fill, a blended fill. Really like the fill blend that they're using, but it's definitely a full bag, so not a lot of flop to this bag. I mean, it's got some flop. Both the materials are fairly loose and pliable, but you've got enough fill here. You take some of that flop out. It gives the bag a wonderful hand feel. Like you've got a ton of beads, a ton of fill to grab hold of, really grip the bag, lock it down. Gives you complete control of the bag as far as the orientation. When you want to throw it a cut one way or the other, you want to flop it, you want to roll it. You can really manipulate how the bag comes out of your hand because you have complete control of all the fill you have in there. I will say this mixed fill gives the bag a lot of bounce, a lot of movement, so it will cause the bag to kick on you a little bit if you're not the flattest of bag throwers. However, this material is fairly forgiving in that to some degree, but it does have a kick. So if you've got a pretty good tilt on your bag one way or the other, you're going to get a kick, but it's a consistent kick. So you can adjust your landing spot and still play the bag just fine that way. Let's go ahead and jump in from there. We'll go to playability somewhere. That's kind of where I'm going on this. And this is a bag that the beauty of this hybrid material is that it's very versatile. It does everything fairly well, so it fits a lot of different play styles. And this bag, this Slang, is no exception to that. You can run this bag hole for hole. If you just want to go hole for hole, you can play it hole for hole. This material is very hole friendly for being a 5-speed controllable material. Fast side is clearly very hole friendly if you've thrown those game changers or the surefires or any of those other bags that use this fast side material. It's very hole friendly on the fast side. So the bag, you get the bag around the hole, it's going to drip in the hole. If it doesn't go in, it's very collectible if it's hanging there. So definitely a bag you can run hole for hole if you want to. But really for me, this is a bag where if I'm pulling this bag out, it's a bag where I want to go hole for hole, but I want to throw the occasional third bag blocker or play an occasional dirty round. And this is a bag you can do that with. You have enough control here that you can throw blockers up there, put them where you want. And because it's a fuller bag, it really feels and looks like a bigger bag. You throw it out there and it just takes up a lot of space. Makes your opponent really work to get around it or try to go through it. When it comes time to collect, because the bags are full, they don't accordion up, so you just clip a corner, take them in, which means you're a little more aggressive. Put that bag a little further on your opponent's side, and you can just come down the middle. You don't have to get crazy with a cut or anything. Come right down the middle, clip that, and take it right in. Fast sides, plenty fast if you want to make sure you push and follow through, or if there's multiple bags, you can push through this fast side. So I really like the options it gives you as far as how you want to play the game. The other thing is the shot shaping. This is a bag, because it has that mixed fill, it's got a little bit of an active fill, a little bit of bounce to it. The bag's cut really well. It's a great bag if you're looking to roll or flop or do like that. So any kind of shot shape you want to do, you can definitely do it with this Slang. And that's what I like about bags like this is it gives you a lot of options. If you're playing an opponent and they put a blocker up there, you don't have to just go through it and collect them. You can cut around it, right to left, left to right. You can roll it, you can flop it. Obviously you can push through it, slick side plunge, push through it, airmail over. It just gives you a ton of options, which means your opponent can't really dictate your next shot. A lot of times when you play with certain types of bags, you can put a blocker and they've either got to push through or airmail over. They don't have the option to shape shots. With a bag like this, you get a ton of options to do that. So, and that's my style of game, right? I love to play kind of a hybrid style game, which is why I really, really fall in love with these hybrid materials, especially this one in particular. And the fact that, I can run hole for hole, and I know if I get bags up there, they're going to drip in the hole. But when I want to throw a blocker or need to throw a blocker, I have the control to do it. Or if my opponent throws a blocker, I have the ability to get around it and leave their bag there. The one negative, I would probably say, the one negative I'd say in this bag really is the fullness of the bag it takes away some of that forgiveness as far as the landing zone and how well it plays around the hole. It's grabbing the hole because it's a fuller bag. This corner doesn't dip in like a looser, floppier bag does. It sets more out there. So if you just skim by the corner of the hole, sometimes the corner doesn't dip in enough to grab it and pull it back. It might just hit it enough to clip it and set there, but then you've got to be really aggressive if it's even hanging at all to go get it. A floppier bag is going to grab that hole and spin around a little more. But, you know, by getting a floppier bag, you lose a lot of control for the shot shaping. So it's that balance, right? You're gaining a lot more control in your shot shaping. You're losing a little bit of forgiveness around the hole. But it's not a ton. Like, I didn't really have an issue because when you get a bag like this that has this much control, you're not throwing as inconsistent as you would be with a looser, floppier bag. Looser, floppier bags, I tend to be a little more consistent because you don't really know how they're coming in your hand. So you need that forgiveness. A bag like this, it's just full. When I grab it and release it, the bag's coming out of the hand 99% of the time the way that I want it to. So I'm not really that concerned with having a bag that's more forgiving. Now, if you get enough of this bag over the hole, you know, you get a good third or so of the bag over the hole, it will dip in enough. It will catch and grab and spin back in. I think I even had one there, and I may have already showed that it was pretty early in my round of throwing. I had a bag sitting on the back, just sitting there. My next bag, I didn't really go after. I just kind of slid in and clipped it, and the bag just dripped and melted right in, which is something you don't typically see from a bag that has some kind of carpet material on it. So those back of the whole bags are really tough to collect, and the bag did a great job of it. So I love the way the bag played. It's a bag. This material really fits my play style beautifully. So if you're looking for a hybrid style bag, you're looking for a bag that has this hybrid material. You know, maybe you're interested in the Wolverines, but you don't want to pay that kill shots $150 price, whatever it is. Get yourself a set of these NFQ Slangs and at least get a feel for the bag. I think you're gonna love these as much as I have. So it leads me into availability, and NFQ does their business on Facebook. They have a Facebook page. I'll put a link down in the description so you can access that. If you don't have Facebook and you're looking to purchase a set, get in touch with me. Send me a message, drop a comment, whatever. I will get you in touch with them. I can send you their email address, whatever. I'll make sure you get in touch with them so you can pick your set for those who don't have Facebook. But the bags are, I think, and I didn't ask, but the last post they had on Facebook for a set of Slangs, they were $65 shipped. That shipping all shipped to you $65. Phenomenal price for a set of bags, high quality bags. If you've been interested in trying out a hybrid type bag and you haven't done it yet, it's well worth investing the $65 to give these Slang a chance. I think you're going to love them. Now, these bags are not ACO or ACL stamped, but they're great for any kind of non-affiliate tournaments you're playing in, local leagues, local events, whatever like that. You can definitely throw these. But if you're looking for an ACL, ACO bag, NFQ is not stamped as of yet. I don't know if they have plans down the road. I think you're gonna be impressed with this bag and the way it plays for the price that it is. If you've thrown this Slang, I'd love to hear your feedback. I always love hearing your guys' opinions on what you like, what you don't like. So I'd love to hear what your thoughts on this bag. I thank you guys so much for support, and I thank you for watching.